guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be something that I'm really excited about, and it's something that I actually haven't done on my channel in a while, and it's a best of makeup from a particular brand. And today is going to be all about Wet n Wild, which is a super ridiculously affordable brand that you can find at your local drugstore for the fraction of a price. It's amazing. Went through my entire collection and was able to compile a whole bunch of Wet n Wild makeup, my favorites from foundations to face powder to lip products, even nail polish. The only thing that I haven't included are a mascara, a concealer, and what was the other thing? And a primer. I just haven't found, but maybe I've overlooked something. Let me know in the comment box if you recommend a mascara, a concealer, or a primer from Wet n Wild that you think is amazing. But other than that, I have a whole bunch of products that I'm going to share with you right now that I highly recommend and that I think are the best of the best when it comes to Wet n Wild's makeup. So if you want to find out what everything is, then just keep watching. So I think the first thing I'd start with are a couple of face brushes, and I actually have a couple of eye brushes as well. These are their new cruelty-free, I believe they're vegan, and these brushes range from 99 cents to under $3. They're really, really affordable. And my favorites are this angled contouring brush. It's so soft and it definitely creates that nice structure of a contour, but at the same time it's so soft so it's easy to blend out. You can easily apply bronzer with this. It's just a really nice soft brush, and the fact that it's angled, it also can work for blush as well. So I really like this little angled brush. It doesn't have a name on the handle. It's the only thing I don't like about these brushes is that once you open them out of their packaging, there is no name, no number, nothing. But I remember that this one is the contouring one and I love it. And then I have two eye brushes that are my favorites, and these are both only 99 cents. This first one is actually called a concealer brush. I like to use it to smudge shadow under the lower lash line. It does a really good job of doing that. And then their little blending eye brush is amazing. It's so soft, but it's dense at the same time. It picks up that eyeshadow product, pops it into that crease, but then blends it out as well. Magical brush, perfect for traveling with. It's definitely a go-to. And I can't believe that this is only 99 cents. My favorite foundation, and it's the only foundation I've tried from Wet n Wild. I don't know if they have any other ones, but this is the one I've tried. This is the one I love, and it's the Coverall Cream Foundation. Gives you a medium to full coverage. It's very lightweight. It's not cakey whatsoever. It gives you a nice satin to matte finish, and it looks very, very natural. I'm in the shade light medium, and I believe there are over 7 shades to choose from, so there definitely is variety for different skin tones, and I just think it's such an amazing product for under, I believe, $3 or $4. To go along with that, I really love their Coverall pressed powder. This one is in the shade Fair/Light. I love this shade in particular for setting my under eye concealer because it brightens, it sets, and it just does not crease on me. It's a really good product. And I think the shade one step up from this one is the one I'll use to set my face with. Let's say I'm wearing a very light coverage BB cream, but I want more coverage and I want to set with a powder. Then I'll use their powder to do that because it's affordable, it works really well, it's easy to blend. And actually this is a brand new one because I hit pan on this guy a couple months ago, and when I moved I had to buy a new one, and so incredibly affordable, comparable to the Maybelline ones, and just a lot less expensive. So I really like these from Wet n Wild. Next up, I wanted to mention some of the bronzers that they carry, and these are their Coloricon bronzers. They do have SPF 15 in them, and I have 739, Ticket to Brazil, and 740 Bikini Contest. I own both, but I actually gravitate towards Bikini Contest because it's a little bit warmer. It kind of reminds me of Chocolate Solier from the Too Faced collection, except for a lot less money, has a little bit of sheen to it, whereas the Too Faced one is completely matte. But I really like these bronzers. They are so velvety soft, so creamy, and super easy to blend out. If you have a lighter skin tone or don't necessarily want a warmer bronzer, then I would recommend Ticket to Brazil because it is softer, it is lighter, and again comparable to the Too Faced bronzer in Milk Chocolate, which is a softer brown, a softer, more neutral shade. This one, I feel like this one doesn't have as much sheen as this one does, but once blended out on the face, they're great for contouring, they're great for bronzing, and if you are looking for a little bit, just a little subtle amount of sheen, these will give it to you, but they won't be over the top. Highly recommend these. And then to kind of segue into the highlights that I have chosen is another Wet n Wild Coloricon bronzer. But my friends, this is definitely not a bronzer, as you can see. This is very pale, almost like a white gold. This one is in the shade number 743, Reserve Your Cabana. This is a highlight, a very subtle highlight. Sometimes I will even gravitate towards this one to set my under eye concealer if I'm doing an all over glowy look, because it will set my concealer, but it will add a little bit of a nice, very subtle sheen, a little bit of dewiness, and it's just so easy to blend. It's a really nice, finely milled powder. I love how huge, how ginormous these pans are for the price. Super affordable. I will make sure to list not only these products below and link them for you guys, but I will include the prices, because off the top of my head, I can't remember the prices of every single one of these items. So if you're definitely on the hunt for a highlight that is subtle, that isn't going to accentuate your pores or any texture, pick up this one from Wet n Wild. And then as far as their other highlights go, I highly recommend any of their larger size pans that look like this, these big guys. I believe there's 3 different shades, and I just love all of them. This one in particular is Rose Champagne Glow. I'm wearing it today. It's just a nice sheeny pink pearlized champagne color. They have one called Boozy Brunch, which is the re-release of the infamous highlight called Hollywood Boulevard, I believe. It was re-released as Boozy Brunch. It's the exact same thing. It's supposed to be a dupe for higher end highlights. This one in Rose Champagne Glow is a little bit more pinky. It reminds me of the e.l.f. highlight in Pinktastic, which I heard they're going to discontinue, which I really hope they don't. But if they do, for about $2 more, you get this huge pan that is pretty identical, and I really, really like all of their big faced highlights. They're amazing, and they're all under $5. For blush, you can't go wrong with their Coloricon blushes. They were recently reformulated, repackaged. They actually reformulated one of their more popular shades called Pearlescent Pink, and then there's one called Mellow Wine. I think there's one called Apricot in the middle. This new color called Rose Champagne, and it is such a pretty, kind of soft, champagne-y, kind of mauve, slight bit of sheen to it. Perfect color to transition from the hot summer months into these nice, cooler fall and winter months. It's just such an amazing blush. I'm wearing it today. It plays well with pretty much any makeup look, especially if it's a warm eye makeup look. I really love this blush, and they're just really amazing, creamy, pigmented blushes. I feel like with the new formula, they're easier to build and easier to blend. They're not quite so pigmented at first go, so they're a lot easier to work with, especially for those that are kind of shy with blush. And I highly recommend this shade in particular, Rose Champagne. As far as your lipsticks go, I adore the MEGALAST lipstick line. These 3 are my favorite shades. Bare It All, which is a nice peachy nude that is kind of warmer than your typical nudes, and it's just a really pretty color that goes with everything for every day. The one I'm wearing today is called Spiked with Rum, which is a nice berry kind of brown wine color. And then my other favorite is Cinnamon Spice, which is an even darker, vampier take on the shade I'm wearing now. Just a little bit more wine, a little bit darker and deeper. Really love that they're matte, but they're comfortable. They're not drying on my lips. Some people say they may be too drying for them. I don't think they are. They're under $3. They're very pigmented. You literally need one quick swipe and you have color and you're done. These last all day and they don't really transfer, which is amazing. And then I've recently discovered, if you watched my October favorites, their Mega Slicks lip gloss collection. These are 99 cents and I have 2 favorites. They're the only 2 I picked up. I'm sure I'd probably fall in love with all of the other shades if I were to pick them up as well. 99 cents. That's so incredibly cheap for lip gloss. They have a nice, brilliant, metallic-y sheen to them. So they're great to experiment if you wanted to test out what this whole metallic lip trend was like. Just more subtle, much more affordable, and they work well over lip liners, over lipsticks alone. They're pigmented, they're very opaque, and these shades I recommend are Rose Gold, a nice soft champagne rose gold, and then this darker shade called Bronze Berry, which is a deepened, more darkened berry. They're both shimmery, they're both fantastic, and they're under $1. So highly recommend if you have not checked out the Mega Slicks lip gloss line from Wet n Wild. As far as setting sprays go, this one is amazing. I remember first picking it up when I heard the hype about this on YouTube, and my Rite Aid actually had them buy one, get one half off, so I picked up 2. So glad I did because I love it. This is my 2nd bottle and I'm already halfway through. This is their Photo Focus setting spray. It hydrates my face once I'm done applying my makeup. It sets it. It just diffuses any excess of powder that may be on your face. It intensifies any highlighting powders. It just does an amazing job of prolonging my makeup throughout the day and hydrating my skin and making it feel good. I really like this. I think the packaging is adorable, and I believe these were $4.99 each, which is again super affordable. As far as eyeshadows, I actually have 3 different categories. The first one goes to their single eyeshadows, and these are only 99 cents each. The first one I'm going to mention, I actually just picked it up because I actually hit pan on it before moving, and I've been using it again quite frequently, and it's the shade Creme Brulee. Or sorry, actually it's just called Brulee, and it's a beautiful matte, creamy, perfect shade to set your eyeshadow primer with before you apply any powders on top so that you can blend that much easier. It's a great brow bone highlighting powder. The other shade is another classic that you should have in your collection. Everybody needs a good black shadow, and Panther from Wet n Wild, again for 99 cents, is the darkest, deepest, most matte black I have ever come across, even in high-end palettes. Whenever I want to go for a very dark, vampy eye, Panther is the little guy I'm always reaching for. And the third one is Brass, and it's a creamy, kind of almost as if it's Vaseline mixed with glitter, and that's the best way to describe it. It's not as pigmented as it looks in the pan. I thought I would swipe my finger in this, apply it to my lid, and I would have a ton of glitter all over the lid, covering every inch of skin on my lid. It doesn't work like that. It's kind of patchy, but it works great as a base. I actually applied this to my lid, one of the shadows that I'm going to talk about next, over it, and it created a nice kind of sheen and shimmer underneath of the powder, made it pop, made it stick better because of that creamy Vaseline, whatever it is that's in this shadow. It's only 99 cents. It also works well for kind of lining the lower lash line if you want a pop of color for the holiday season. I would use a glitter primer underneath the lower lash line, then take an angled brush and pick up this product and line your lower lash line. It would look really cute for the holidays. And then as far as eyeshadows go, I have two palettes, classics. I'm glad they never discontinued them. Hopefully they never will discontinue them. The first one is their trio in Walking on Eggshells. It offers you a really pretty peachy pink, taupe, and then a nice creamy brow bone highlight that isn't quite white, it isn't quite cream, it's like a nice bone. And these are very pigmented. They're great for highlighting the inner tear duct. They're great for prom makeup. Just a really pretty trio that is so affordable and so amazing. And then the other palette is an 8-pan palette. This is the often talked about on YouTube, definitely very much hyped palette, and these shades are amazing. It's called the Comfort Zone palette. I love how they define inside each shadow's pan what it's for, whether it's for the brow bone, for the crease, to define, or for the eyelid. They're very pigmented, easy to blend, and these colors are amazing. I'm always reaching for it. I'm wearing this palette today. It does offer you a nice, comfortable palette because you do have lighter neutrals and then you do get deeper darks. So once you start playing with makeup, this will definitely become your comfort zone. It works very well, and they all have a lot of sheen. That's the only thing I would say that's a drawback to it, is that they're all very sheen infused. So if you're looking for matte shadows, this one doesn't have it. But again, you can pick up these little matte single eyeshadows for 99 cents to accompany palettes like this one. Nail polishes. I love their nail polishes. They're so cheap, but they work so well, and they have such a variety of colors. So the first one I wanted to mention is from their MEGALAST. This one is called On a Trip, and it's a beautiful lavender purple. It's perfect for spring, perfect for summer. It's a little bit lighter than I'm wearing today. It's actually by O.P.I. But this color is so beautiful. I always gravitate towards lavenders and soft purples like this. I don't know why. I just find them so pretty, and I think On a Trip is beautiful. These don't chip on me for at least a week, and if I use a very good top coat, sometimes I can extend them to about 10 days. And then this other color is a nice, bright, vibrant fuchsia pink. It's called Tropicalia, and it's actually rumored to be the shade of nail polish that is painted onto Allison's nails in the opening of Pretty Little Liars when they're putting her in the casket. Whether that's true or not, I think this is such a beautiful, vibrant, hot pink. Perfect summer color for your toes, for your nails, just really, really pretty. And then they recently came out with a new line of nail polishes, Over the Moon About, and these are their one-step wonder gels. You don't have to use any lamps or lights or anything like that. Top coat them with their actual one-step wonder gel top coat, or any top coat you prefer, and these will last me a good 14 days. I really like these polishes, and my two favorite colors are Stay Classy. I just love it. It's really classy, just like the name says, really, really pretty mauve. And then this really light pink called Pale in Comparison, and it looks like you took a white nail polish and threw in just a tiny, tiny bit of pink to kind of pale it down. So it's not quite white, it's not quite pink, it's somewhere in the middle. It's really pretty, it's very vibrant, such a stunning color. So that's pretty much it, guys. That concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. These were my top favorite products from Wet n Wild. I love this brand because it's affordable, but I think the products are outstanding. I think they're amazing for the price tag. It's almost unbelievable how cheap it is because it's so good. And I've found so many products that I've fallen in love with, and I couldn't hold it all to myself. I had to share it with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel, and give this video a thumbs up if you'd like to see more best ofs, and be sure to recommend or request videos that you'd like to see a best of series in, whether it's a drugstore brand or a high-end brand or perfume or whatever, anything you like. Let me know in the comment box below, or give this video a thumbs up, and I will link below for you guys as well my past best of videos so you guys can check them out in case you missed them. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Mwah!